Namo Buddhaya, Mami Bhante.
Yeah.
How are you doing this morning, Bhante?
I'm good. So,
Bhante, whenever we can start, Bhante, whenever you let me go, Bhante. Bhante, do I have your permission to start the session, Bhante?
okay. You may start.
Namo Buddhaya, welcome all to our Dhamma learning session under Living Dhamma project. And we are continuing with our 4-week session. Today is week 3 on the topic, the 10 perfections of Bodhisatta, that is the Parami of Bodhisatta. And our teacher is Venerable Dr. Canda Mukha. Dr. Canda Mukha, I just wanted to introduce him. He's a very well-known professor at the International Theravada Buddhist Monastery Missionary University in Yangon. And he's also head of Department of Siddhanta Studies there. Also working as an abbot for Sri Mangala Chitta Sukha Monastery. Venerable Canda Mukha received his ordination as Buddhist monk in 1995 and studied polycanonical literature and commentaries for 17 years in different monastic education centers in Myanmar. Bhante has received a Sasana Dhaja, a Dhamma Charya, that is the teachership in Dhamma of Sasana banner. And Bhante is also a Vinaya Vidu, that is a scholar of monastic discipline title. Bhante has studied his master's and PhD in the Dhamma degrees, and they are from Myanmar. Both of these degrees are from Myanmar. And they practice meditation under the guidance of late Sadhamaram C. Sayadaw, the most venerable Kundalabhivansa. And Bhante has also established a monastic education center named Sri Mangala Chitta Sukha Monastery in his hometown and teaches young novices and junior monks there. Bhante has also worked as a researcher at Dhammachai Tipitaka Project, Thailand. And in addition, Bhante gives lectures and discourses on Buddhist ethics and philosophy in other 3 local universities as well. So with that, I just wanted to welcome Bhante for the session here today. And for beginning of our session, we will make Khamayachana and Panchashilachana on behalf of all the participants to Bhante. Okasavandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Katang Sabba Paradhang Khamatu me Bhante Dutiyam Piyokasavandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Katang Sabba Paradhang Khamatu me Bhante Tatiyampi okasavandami Bhante Dvaratayena maya katang sabba paradham kamatu me Bhante Ukasa aham Bhante Tisaranena saha panchasilang dhammang yachami Anugraham katva silang dekame Bhante Dutiyampi okasa aham Bhante Tisaranena saha panchasilang dhammang yachami Anugraham katva silang detame Bhante Tatiyampi okasa aham Bhante Tisaranena saha panchasilang dhammang yachami Anugraham katva silang dekame Bhante.
Ya mahang vadami damvadita.
Bhante.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam
Buddham
Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dudiyambi Bodham Saranam Gacchami. Dudiyambi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Dudiyambi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tadiyambi Bodham Saranam Gacchami. Tadiyambi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Tadiyambi Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sarana Gamanam Bari Bonam.
Aham Bhante.
Anadi Bada Veramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami.
Panati pata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adena Dana Veramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami.
Adinna dana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kamesu Mechajara Veramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musavada Veramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Sura Meraya Majjapamada Dhana Veramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami.
Sura meraya majjapama dathana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Idame Bonyam
Idang
Asawakayam
asavakhayang
Ahotu
mahan hotu.
Isarane Nasa Banja Zilan Sadhukan Grunta Dewa Abamade Na Sambadita.
Aham Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Bhante, for your Dhammadana today. And without further ado, I wanted to request on behalf of all the participants that we continue with our session, 10 perfections of Bodhisatta, that is the paramis of Bodhisatta. And our teacher today is Venerable Dr. Mukha. Bhante, please start today's discussion.
Okay. I'm very happy to see you again here. So, in continuation of the talk on Parami, this week we are going to touch on the each Parami. So previous weeks, we already discussed thoroughly about what the Parami is and also how Parami should be. Paramis are arranged. 10 perfections are arranged in that order. Okay, in that order, as I explained you before, is a very, very important. It is ordered in accordance with the appearance of these paramis in the Bodhisatta's wisdom. Okay, so when the Bodhisatta start to reflect what are the perfections that should be fulfilled for the attainment of the Buddhahood. So firstly, Dana Parami appears in his mind. After that, the remaining Paramis appears one after another. So according to this appearance of these Paramis in the Buddha's wisdom, the Bodhisatta's wisdom, it is arranged here. And also, apart from the being appearance and the wisdom of the Bodhisatta, it is also very important to start from the easier level. Dana is comparatively easier to be fulfilled than the Sila, Nekama, and so on. So also, Dana, fulfillment of the Dana Parami is very helpful for the fulfillment of the Sila and so on. So that's why in the very beginning, it has been fulfilled in that order. But when when the Paramis are matured, then Bodhisatta collectively fulfill these perfections. So that is the point. I just want to review the previous week talk, and then today we go to the Dana Parami. So I will share the screen. So I think it may be very small for you. Dana Parami. I think so here, maybe because I arranged in Pali, so these Palis appear in the Jariya Pitaka Pali, Jariya Pitaka commentary, so and also Buddha Vansa, Pali and commentary. So that's why mostly they are taking from there. That's why here I quote a Pali words. So it will be very familiar with you by reading these Pali words, and also I'm trying to provide English counterpart there. So also regarding the way what we are going to study is, so here as arranged in the serial order here, all are 11 points. For each Parami, we have to study these for 11 points. So that will make us understand clearly how to fulfill, what are the nature, what are the perfections and defections, and also how to practice, how long it should be practiced, and also how to make an effort, and finally the result. Okay, Anisansa and Phala. So altogether 11 points we have to study for each parami. So luckily, here I make a red numbers. Now from number 6 to number 11, they share the same thing. from number 6 to number 11. So for each Parami, they are the same. So more or less the same. So that's why if we study one thing, it means we finish all. It means it is like a, what, a winner take all. so if we explain Dana for the Dana Parami, for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, then it is understood for all the other Parami. So firstly, regarding the Dana is a very common among the Buddhist people. So that's why something which is very, very close to us. That's why we may not be able to see, we may not be able to know clearly. So something like our hairs on our eye. So very close to the eye, to the eyes, but we cannot see it. Only with the help of the mirror we can see it. So we cannot count how many hairs on our eyelid. So also Dana is so familiar with us. So that's why we may not understand very clearly. So I hope with this study, you will come to know something more about the Dana, generosity or offering. And also we can understand more clearly how to do it and so on. So with this purpose in mind, so firstly we are going to study what the Dana is. So number one is, it is talking about the characteristics, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. So whatever Dhamma, whatever things we have or we encounter in our life, we have to check with these 4 things. These are 4 important points for us in our life. We have to use it. It is a kind of a tool. So that is, number 1 is, we have to know characteristic of something. So if we associate with someone, also we need to know what is the characteristic of that person. So that is very important point. Without knowing, then sometimes the way we say, the way to behave, we behave, maybe may lead to the misunderstanding. So also similarly, whatever practice we follow, we have to check what is the characteristics, and also what is the function, and also the manifestation, how it appears to our mind. And also the last one is the proximate cause. Okay, the close cause. So regarding for the Dana, as you see, Dana has the characteristic of the Parichaga. Parichaga is giving up. Parichaga, relinquishment, or give up, or abandon. So it has the nature of a Dana. Whatever you give up, whatever you offer. So suppose you offer something. If you offer whatever you have to the other people, other that you have to give up the attitude that it is mine. Okay. The attitude, people, you think, for example, you have a 100 USD, then people, you think this is my money. After, but when you are going to give, first thing you have to do is you have to give up that sort of concept, that sort of attitude that it is mine. So once you give up this kind of occupation, the mind that occupies something as mine or my property and so on, then you become ready to give, ready to offer something to others. So whatever it may be small amount of the food, a spoonful of the rice, or a cup of the coffee, and so on. So firstly, you think in our mind, that is my property, my belonging. Then to make a dana, you have to give up that sort of attitude in our mind. Okay, so that's why dana has the characteristic of the giving up. Giving up not only the property, but also the mind, the attitude toward the property. Okay, so that is the characteristic of the dana. So sometimes dana and chaga, dana and parichaga. So in the worldly term, the worldly usage, in the conventional sense, dana is offering to the someone who is higher in terms of the morality, in terms of the concentration, in terms of the wisdom, like that. Then parichaga, chaga means just giving up. So mostly it is a use that if you give something to those who are inferior to you, then other day, mostly they use that is chaga. You give up what someday you give a food to the beggars, you give a food to the homeless persons, and so on. So that way, in the worldly term, it is used. And also, when the Buddha talk about the 10 rules for the king, okay, Dasa Raja Dhamma. So the Dhamma that should be followed by the king. So among these rules or instructions, also they are used. You may see that Dana and Parichaga, Dana Parichaga, the Buddha used in that case 2 ways. Dana is offering to those who are worthy to be offered. That is to the monks, to the Brahmins, to the religious persons, so to the spiritual persons. So that is called dana. Parichaga means that you are giving salaries to those you hire. Okay, for example, service people, soldiers, police, and also whatever positions you give to them. So the other day you have to provide a salary for their living. So that is called chaga or parichaga. So these terms are used in a different way, dana and chaga, dana and parichaga. Dana is mostly used for what? For those for offering to the superior in terms of the sila, samadhi, panya. Also, dana is used to offer when we offer things to our parents, okay, to our senior people, to our senior persons, as a we regard them as a superior persons. That's why we mostly use dana in a worldly term, conventional sense. That's why in the conventional sense, the dana and chaga, dana and parichaga may be different in terms of the usage, contextual usage. So with regard to the dhamma, with regard to the punya, okay, making merit, dana and parichaga share the same nature. Okay, so dana, whenever dana is there, chaga is there. Okay, whenever chaga is there, dana also there. So that's why dana and chaga are inseparable. Suppose, as I explained you, the characteristic of the dana here, firstly, you have to give up the concept that this is mine, this is my property, without giving up. Okay, without giving up such a concept or attitude toward the property, then we cannot make it dana. Dana become impossible. That's why dana and parichaga, dana and chaga in the religious term or spiritual sense, they are the same. Okay, they are not different. Then it is obvious, you see, when the Buddha talk about the seven treasures of the people, seven treasures of the noble people, virtuous people, then that the Buddha they are mentioned, instead of saying dana, they are mentioned chaga. Okay, chaga is there. Don't use the dana as a treasure of the virtuous people. So dana and chaga can be used, or dana and chaga can be used alternatively. They bear the same sense. Okay. So dana is also people do dana in two different ways. One way is as it is called Bonya Visaya Dana. Bonya Visaya Dana. Dana as a merit, we make it. Okay, Bonya Visaya Dana. Dana as a merit. So that is very good. That sort of dana can be regarded as a dana parami. Okay, perfection of the generosity. Some people they do dana out of bias, out of prejudices, out of love, out of hatred, and also out of fear, out of danger. So these four things are called prejudices. In Bali, it is called agadi. Okay, agadi means the wrong course. So sometimes we love someone. That's why we give something to him. That is also dana. But it is done out of love to someone. So that cannot be included under the term of the dana parami. It is a dana, but not dana parami. Only when we make a dana as a merit, that can be included under the term of the dana parami, perfection of the dana. So also other things, sometimes we are afraid of someone. Okay, Canda, dosa, out of fear. So out of fear, for example, we have to someone come to your place and then show the gun. So if you don't give, then I will shoot you. Then you are afraid of it. That's why you have to give it something. Okay, that in that case, it is not dana parami, because we do it out of fear. Okay, out of anger or out of fear. Okay, and also another one is out of danger. Bhaya. If we do dana out of bhaya, that can be called dana, but it cannot be included as a dana parami. Sometimes we do something out of ignorance. We don't know anything about something, whether it is right or wrong, or good or bad, or uh, harmful or helpful. We don't know. Then out of other than if we do it, it may be dana, but cannot become a dana parami, perfection of a dana. That's why. So these kind of a dana, out of bias, it is called loga visaya dana. Loga visaya dana. So that is conventional dana. Okay, dana as a dana out of bias. So, but the dana as a merit, out of pure mind, you don't expect anything in return. Okay, if you give then sometimes we may think, if I give something to someone, then he or she will love me. So that is out of expectation. Okay, out of expectation, we do dana. So out of fear, out of danger, out of ignorance. So if we do such a dana, that can be called dana, but not a Dana Parami. Okay. Only when our mind is pure and also expecting nothing back in return, then we give something just to fulfill their need. Okay. So that is called Dana Parami. That can be included in the under the terms Dana Parami. So Bodhisatta, he did like this. He don't uh, as a Bodhisatta, uh, we should not consider about the person who is the recipient. Okay? We don't need to consider. But one thing we have to consider is, I want to fulfill their needs. So that is the point, out of compassion. So here, that is about the characteristic of the dana. Okay, characteristic of the dana is to give up our sense of the belonging. Okay, our sense of the belonging. So, firstly, we have to give up the sense of belonging, and also we have to give up the property. Okay, or the thing, or the being. So that is called dana. Okay. So in order to make it perfect, we have to do it as a merit. Okay. Then not out of bias. So, so if we know, then with these characteristics, we can reflect or we can consider the way we do dana. Okay. The way we do dana is a dana or dana parami. We can consider. Okay, by understanding characteristics. And then the function. What is the function of a dana? So regarding the function, it is called, in Bali, it is called kecha. Okay, kecha is a function. Kecha is also do or rasa. Okay, rasa. It is called rasa function. So the function is of two guys. One is a kecha. Okay, kecha. Another is a sambati, perfection. So what is the function of the dana? Okay. Regarding that, here mentioned Dhiya Dhammi Loba Vitansana Rasa. Dhiya Dhamma is the property to be given, the things to be given. Loba Vitansana. So Vitansana means destroying, destruction of a loba. Okay. We have to destroy loba. Once dana, chidana arises, loba has been destroyed on the things to be given. People we take as our own, we have an attachment to it, attachment to that money or property or beings. But the ones we are going to offer, we are going to make a dana. If the function of a dana destroyed the attachment to the property or things or beings. So that is the function, the right function of the dana. Okay. Then by destroying like this, by destroying loba, we have a what we have. We have a loba, generosity arises. Okay. So that point also very important for in our life. Do remember, we do dana. So then, if we give something, but we expect more. Okay, and also if we do something, so sometimes even though we give it something to other people, but we still have attachment to it. Suppose that you offer me a rope, a set of a rope, okay, then you want me to wear the rope. If you see I don't wear the rope you offered, you feel upset. Some people they have been like that. If you give a sort of present to your friend, you want your friend use them, use it. Okay, that means the attachment to it. Okay, so real dana is we have to destroy attachment to the property we give to others. So that is what that they call what in Bali it is called Mudda Chaga. Mudda Chaga. So Chaga means giving up, and Mudda means having released. So you have no attachment at all to the property you offer. Sometimes some people they give help to others, but they provide many conditions. Okay, so only when you meet these criteria, you are continue to meet, continue to abide by these rules and regulations. Only then I will give you. Otherwise, I will take it back. So that's sort of the habit. This is not we can differentiate in our life. That is that may be just giving, but it cannot be included under the term of the Dana Parami. Okay. So for the Dana Parami, we have to totally destroy the attachment to the property we give it under no condition. We make a no condition. We make a no circumstances for that offering. So that is dana. Okay, the function of a dana. If dana really it works like this. Otherwise, that dana may work maybe 25% or 50%, not 100%. So that is a function, and also manifestation. Manifestation here means how something manifests in our mind. So when we reflect, when we think about the dana, when we consider dana, so dana appear as something, okay, that they go manifestation, pachupatthana. So whatever we do in our life, we have to reflect. Okay, we have to reflect on it, so how it is. So someday it appear the nature of our function, our work. Suppose here also, for example, you do dana. So how dana appear in our mind? So sometimes the nature of dana appear in our mind. Sometimes the cause of a dana appear in our mind. Sometimes uh, the, the result, okay, the result appear in our mind. Okay, sometimes the way we do dana appear in our mind. So in this way, Pachupadana may differ from person to person. Okay, but among these four things, number one is the nature, sabhava. Number two is karana, okay, the cause. Number three is phala, the result. Number four is the way we do. Okay, naya. So in this way, uh, the thing or the dhamma appear may appear in our mind. So for some people, this may appear in our mind, all of the four things. So here regarding this one, regarding the dana, they are mentioned anasati. Anasati means it appears as a no clinging to the things to be offered. So once we offer, we make a dana, then we regard Dana as what? It appears in our mind as, oh, that one does not belong, no longer belong to me. Okay, this or that one no longer belong to me, anasati. And also, you have a no clinging to the things to be offered, no attachment at all. And also, so because that is the nature of a dana, okay, and also the function. Another one is a bhava vibhava sambati. Okay, bhava vibhava sambati. That is a perfection, the result. Okay, the result of a dana appear in our mind. Oh, by doing dana, so there will be the perfect life. I will attain that, as here mentioned, as being endowed with the perfect life. Perfect life means life is good in every conditions, and also in terms of social, economic, health, and every perspective is okay. The dana, that dana can produce that sort of good result. So in that case, dana manifests in our mind at the what? At the phala. Okay, the result of a dana manifests in our mind. So first one, if we understand the phala, okay, and also we can understand the karana, the cause. So this dana appear in our mind as the cause for the perfect life in the future, in the near future or distant future existences. Okay, so that way also we have to reflect on our, we have to understand whatever we do, not only dana, but also if you observe the sila also, how do you feel sila? How sila appear in our mind, in your mind, and so on. So that is a manifestation about the dana. So regarding that, it is a very interesting to study the bodhisattas, how bodhisatta fulfill dana parami. There are many stories regarding the dana parami of the Buddha, bodhisatta. So one of the famous story is the story of the Akedi hermit at that time. Before he is very rich, he was very rich, and also he belonged to the very rich family. And then because of the he see danger in the life, and also he see dangers in the sensual pleasure. That's why he renounced the world, and then he became a hermit. So when he became a hermit, also many followers follow him to become a monk, and also he became again very rich as a hermit. Then he gave up that place, and also he escaped from that condition. He go to the deep forest, and also he make no one know where he lived. So he trying to hide, and because he want to live in a seclusion, he don't want to live mixing with the many people, and also many property, many offerings. We don't want. That's why he go and stay in the deep forest. So, and also he think if we go for alms, if we go to the villages to collect the alms food, then people will know him again. Then they will follow again. That's why he don't go for alms. He live under a tree, and also whatever the tree bear the fruit, he ate. And also if there is no fruit, he eat leaves. He boil the leaves without oil, without salt. He just boil it, Why with the water and the heat? So that in this way he stayed there, he practiced there, and then one day the king of the Deva want to know why he is practicing such a serious manner, in such a serious manner. When he came down to him, and he disguised himself as a Brahmin. And then at that time, Bodhisatta Akedi Hamid, he was cooking. Actually, it is boiling the leaves. And then he is ready to eat. Then the Brahmin asked for the food. I want food. Then Bodhisatta very happy. Okay, Bodhisatta is very happy. Long time, I haven't offered anyone. Now today, I'm very lucky to see such a recipient who is in need of a food. So that's why he keep nothing. He offer all of them he cook. And he be very happy. Even though the food is not so not so high. Okay, very, very rough food. Okay, just a boil the leaves. Okay, just a soup, soup of the leaves. But he don't consider much about the food. Maybe someday we may think, oh, my food, my offering is a very inferior. It's not good to me to offer. Okay, so someday we may think, okay, I have only this food. I cannot offer. We may think like that. So, but the Bodhisatta, he don't think like in this way because he has no clinging. Okay, because he has no attachment to the thing to be offered. Okay. So that's why he is ready to offer. He offer it one day. After offering, he feel happy. And then for us, okay, one day we offered, okay, I have no more to eat. So I will cook again. We may do like this. But the Bodhisatta, he said, okay, it is not proper to cook, to make a food or 2 times in a day. So I already make a food, and luckily I got a chance to offer it to others. So I will not make food for me again. So in this way, he trying to maintain himself with the piti, with the joy of the dana. Because he is very happy to offer. So he trying to sustain himself with the piti only, so without eating any other things. So this day finished, and then next day also while he is preparing food, the same food, the Brahmin again came to him. Then other day also he feel very happy to offer again. He left, nothing remained. So all of the food he cooked, he offered. Okay, and also he did as before, as previous day. So rejoice. So for maybe if we are in his condition, we may think, oh, this Brahmin come again. He's a very lazy one. He don't want to buy his own food. Every day he come and ask. So we may blame on the one who come and ask for food. But for the Bodhisatta, he is very happy to offer. Or he has no problem by seeing the one who come and ask for the food. So for the third day, also the same, and he be very happy. And then, and that the story, the Bodhisatta mentioned, the Buddha later mentioned that he can do, or he can live in this way for 2 months, 3 months, and so on. So if the Brahmin come in, ask for the food, so he will continue to offer for 2 months, 3 months, and so on without eating. So how wonderful the Bodhisatta's mind is. Okay, so he has no attachment to the food to be offered. So this is only food for him for this day. But he, without attachment to himself, without attachment to the property, to the food, and also without discrimination on the Brahmin who come and ask for the food. So he daily offer. So that is a very noteworthy point. So, or the having no attachment to the thing to be offered, Pachupatthana. So when he reflects on that dana, so he can be rejoiced. Why? Because he feel safe, he feel no problem, even though I don't have a food to eat. When I'm an offer, I feel 100% happy to do dana. That's why he can live, he can continue to live with that ability. So for us, if we don't eat 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, big problem for us because we cannot rejoice. We are not able to be happy to be like that. Because of offering, I cannot eat, I have nothing to eat, now I'm on starvation and so on. So we may regret instead of rejoice. So that regret will burn more in our physical body. So if we have a rejoice, happiness, pity, so that pity will sustain our body. Okay, so that is a kind of a psychophysical effect. Okay, psychophysical relationship in our body. When our mind is producing positive energies like a pity, okay, then with this energy, our physical body can be maintained, can be sustained. But if we produce negative energies in our mind, like a dosa, anger, and also like an upset, negative energies, if we produce in our mind, that will burn our physical body, that will reduce our immune system as well. So that's why the dana here mentioned anasati pachupadana. So having no clinging to the thing to be offered. So important, that point. So because only when we have a no clinging to the food, no clinging to ourselves, then we will be ready to give it. Then we can enjoy, we can experience the blissfulness. Okay. Otherwise, there will be burning mind, negative emotions, uh, uh, negative energies we produce in our body. So that's why you see in the story of the Mahajanaga, okay, in the story of a Mahajanaga, he swim in the ocean, great ocean, for 7 days. Even though he can't see the shore, but he don't give up. Okay, he don't give up. If he is a worry about the day, about the life, and then there will be what negative energies are producing in his body. That's why, because of that, if he very weak, he cannot be able to swim. But rather, he trying to produce positive energy. Oh, it is a good chance for me to make an effort. Okay, he take it as a positive one. So if we have such a positive mind, and then positive energies are producing our body in our physical body, okay, then it's very fine for him to swim for 7 days. So for the ordinary persons, we may think it is impossible. But this one thing we have to understand is it is a sort of psychophysical, okay, relationship. So in doing dana also we have to have such kind of understanding. Okay, such way we have to reflect and rejoice, and then that will be that will be a sort of healing power. Okay, so sometimes we may have a yes, it is a nature for us to have a what the disease in our life, and then so whatever disease in our life, we trying to reflect on our dana. Okay, we have a dana, so that dana, I make it no, I made it without any clinging. Okay, so then we feel rejoice, then it will produce positive energies in our mind. It will be able to heal the disease we have. Okay, and also regarding the last one, Badatana, proximate cause. Proximate cause is here. Parichajitava Watu Badatana. Parichajitava Watu means the thing, the property, or the beings we offer. Without these, we cannot make offering happen. Okay, without the things to be offered, we cannot make dana happen. So dana, what to? Okay, the property of the thing or the beings, that is very important. The proximate cause. That's why he in the literature, Bali literature. So dana is explained in two ways. One way is Chirana dana. Okay, Chirana dana means the volition we want to offer. Okay, the intention we want to offer. Another thing is Vatu dana. Okay, Vatu dana is the property to be offered. Actually, Vatu, the property cannot produce any effect. Only the Chirana volition can produce an effect. But why do we go Vatu as a dana? Because without Vatu, without property, without things to be offered, how can we make an offering? Even though we have an intention to offer, but we have no penny, then how can we offer? Impossible. Okay, that's why here Parichajitapa Vatu is the offertory is and to be understood as the proximate cause for making dana. So these are characteristic function, manifestation, and proximate cause of the dana. So not only dana, everything has such a four things to be examined. Okay. So when we study Abhidhamma also, for example, Chitta, consciousness. So consciousness, what is the characteristic of a consciousness, a function, manifestation, proximate cause? We have to examine it. The only way we know these things, we can thoroughly understand the real nature of the Chitta. Okay, the specific characteristic of the Chitta as well. So with a full understanding, we can manage things very well. Okay, and in your life also, worldly life also, we do something. So these are the standards. Okay, these are the criteria to be considered. What is the characteristics? What is function? What is the manifestation? So, and also what is proximate cause. Only then we can differentiate from the good from the bad. Okay, we can understand whether it is harmful or helpful. We can know very well. So that's why this way where we apply to the sila, okay, and the remaining paramis as well. Okay, another number two is Dana Jasayada. Okay, Dana Jasayada Yahi Bodhisatta Tapati Beki Machiri Dosa Dasa Vino Hodoa Samadewa Dana Parami Pari Purindi. Okay, so the cause. What is the cause? Or the cause of the Dana Parami? Okay, why it means why we are able to make fulfill the perfection of generosity. Okay. The very important point is that we have a dana jasaya. We have a desire to do dana. Okay. We have a desire to offer. The Bodhisatta has a desire to offer. He is waiting for the persons who come and ask or who will receive his offering. So if we have such a desire to offer, that they go dana jasaya, what we see is machiri dosa dasawi. Okay, dasawi means we see what the dosa, we see the danger or the machariya stinginess. Okay, so here mentioned being inclined toward the offering. So our mind is inclined, okay, bent or desire to offer at that time. Why that desire happen? Because of the we see the danger or the stinginess. Okay, stinginess is so dangerous. We hold it. We don't want to let it go. We don't want to release. So that is a big problem. So that's why here number two is the cause for making dana. Okay, making dana parami. There you can see two points. Okay, they are related as a cause and effect. So one thing is that we have a desire to offer, and then other because of the desire to offer, we see the danger or the stinginess. So also, if we see the danger or the stinginess, we want to offer. We have a desire to offer. So that is the very important cause for making dana parami, for the fulfillment of the dana parami. Here I make a quotation CAA, it means Chariya Pitaka Athagata, page number 283. So they are explained very in detail. So in order to save the time, I just provide a reference there. Page number 283, not only there, 283, 284, and so on, they are explained. And then go to the number 3. Number 3 is a combination of the 2 points. One is a defining cause and purify, and the other is a purifying cause. So dana can be defined by something, as well as the dana can be purified by another thing. Okay, defining cause and purifying cause, we have to know it. When we are going to do dana, so what are the defining cause? So here, Deya Dhamma, Patigahaka, Vikapa. So Vikapa is simply translated as a thought. But here is we is a different, kappa means a thought, different thought. So different thought arise one after another, whether it is a good to offer or not, whether he is really worthy to be offered or not. Okay, we have such a doubt. So that's why here I simply translated as a being doubtful. Okay, being doubtful on the offertories and recipient. So sometimes you have like an Agadi Hamid. He has only leaf soup. Okay, the soup made of the leaf. So very raw food, very rough food, very low food. So in that case, we may think, oh, this is good to offer to that person. For example, the monks very high and noble monks are coming to your place. Then you have a very poor quality food. Is it not good to me to offer this low food to the high monk? Okay. If we have such a doubt, that is a defiling cause. Okay, that will define your dana. Even though you do dana, that is defined. Okay, not purified. And also sometimes you think someone come to you and ask for something, then should I give it or not? He is really worthy or not? Maybe he may use it, my money for the alcoholic drinks and drugs and so on. So you think a lot about the recipient. So you have a doubt, skeptical doubt, whether to offer him or not, to offer her or not. So that is also defining cause. So for the Bodhisatta, you see in the Vasantara Jataka, so the Brahmin, he is a very, very notorious Brahmin. He came as for the wife, his wife, okay, his children, two beloved children. So he don't consider much about the recipient, whether he is a good person or virtuous person or not. Okay, very notorious or very famous, or without considering, he just want to fulfill the wish or the desire of the recipient. So that's why here the commentators explain on the page paragraph number, page number 294, the saying commentary. Sankilesa, defining cause, are being doubtful on the offertories and recipient. Okay, and purifying cause is the absence of such a doubt. Okay, we have no doubt on the food. Whatever I have, I offer it, I make it. Okay, sometimes you have your property is what you have is a very high, very good, very luxurious. Okay, I don't want to offer. Should I offer? How can I use? Then you may think this is too good to offer. So that's also doubt. Okay, sometimes too bad to offer. That is doubt, also doubt on the property to be offered. Sometimes too good to be offered. Okay, then that is also a sort of doubt. So we have to remove, okay, if we have. So Bodhisatta also do like this. So it is explained that as a one of the dana vinibanda, the bondage, or what are the hindrances to the dana. Okay, vinibanda. So because someday you have a very good food, very good things, and you consider, oh, this is too good. Suppose in your in your closet, there are many pairs of the many pairs of shirt and trousers, right? So there are some are very good quality, some are medium quality, some are low quality, and so on. So when someone asks you, can you give me a pair of the clothes? That is a shirt, t-shirt, and trouser. So then you go to your closet and then check. Oh, this is too good. Not good for me to offer him. This is too medium. Okay. This is also still high quality. I don't give. So we may have such a thought. Okay. These thoughts, these doubts are what? A sort of defining cause for the Dana Parami. So only when we are able to remove such a doubt on the property, such a doubt on the recipient, then that Dana Parami will be pure. So that's why we have to take note that this is the purifying cause for the Dana. Then number 4 is a sub-babies, that is number 4 also, very common. If we study one, it means that you study all. Or it is a common to all paramis. Here, number 4, Sabipi Sangilesa Agusala Dhamma Padibeko. What are the opposite? Okay, opposite to paramis. Okay, is a very generally we can say all the mental defilements are oppositions to the diametrically opposite to the paramis. Okay, so for example, lobha. Because if we are influenced by the lobha, we we will not make a dana happen. Okay, if we are influenced by the dosa, angry, we will not be able to observe a sila and so on. That in this way, all the mental defilements are opposition patterns for the or all parami. Okay, and also all the unwholesome mental states. Okay, all the unwholesome mental state where agusala jeta, they arise depending with the root of the lobha, moha, or dosa, moha, or moha alone. So long as our mind is influenced by the dwell unwholesome mental, mental entities, then they are really opposite to the what to the parami, to every parami. Here regarding the dana, commentator also explain what alobadi guna yoga do loba dosa moha patipekam dhanam. Dana is opposite to the greed, hatred, and delusion. Because with the dana, there is a generosity. Generous mind is there. With the dana, there is a loving kindness is there, associate. And also with the dana, there is a wisdom, okay, understanding. So when lobha, alobha, adosa, amoha, generosity, loving kindness, and wisdoms are there is no place for the greed, hatred, and delusion. That's why Dana Parami is opposite to the greed, hatred, and delusion. As well as in reverse order, we can understand greed, hatred, and delusions are opposite to the Dana. Okay. Then number 5, Sadhanam Sukhubagarana Sarira Jivida Parichagena. One day, Bhayanu Bhayapanu. Okay. Bhayapanu Danena. Number 2. Number 3 is Dhammobari Sena. Cha Bahuda Sadhana Anugaha Garanam Padipati. Okay, Padipati means the practice. How to practice? How to make it happen? When we are making dana, okay, dana has many kinds, as you see. You may offer something. Sometimes you may save other people, okay, from the danger. Sometimes you may give instruction or guidance or discussions to others. Okay, in this way you can make it dana. Here also, Sadhana Sukhubhagara Karana Sarira Jivida Parichagena. So Bodhisatta, even as you see, even he sacrificed his life, his parts of a physical body, and also his belongings. So for the what? For the Sukhuba Karana, for the supporting with the happiness. Okay, for the supporting of the others with the happiness. In order to help other people happy, in order to make other people happy, Bodhisatta sacrificed his life, okay, his properties, his belonging, even his physical bodies. And also sometimes the Bodhisatta saved other people. Bhaya apan nudanena cha. Okay, here mentioned by removing them from the danger. He trying to save other people from the danger. And also Dhammobadesena, by giving guidance on the righteous way of life. We how to lead a righteous life. He trying to give, even you see, a bodhisatta, even as an animal. So sometimes he was born as an animal. So then he don't fail to fulfill perfections even as an animal. So sometimes he preached the Dhamma, okay, as an animal. And also even he give an instruction the kings how to rule over the country and so on. So in this, these are the way, the padipati, the practice, okay, the practice for the perfections of the dana. So now today we will study up to that, and then next day we will cover up all the parami in these 11 points. Okay, with this we will, if we sum up the today's talk, it is about the Dana Parami, perfections of the generosity. So very important point is we have to know not only Dana, but also about the other things, characteristics, function, manifestation, and approximate cause. We have to check them in order to understand their real nature. Only when real nature we know, then we appreciate it more and more to do in our life. So with this, we will conclude for today. Thank you so much for listening.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Such a great discourse today, Bhante. Such a deep understanding for us as well. So much merit to you, Bhante. Bhante, can we open up the forum for question and answer? Do you have some time, Bhante?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so we'll open up the forum for question and answer. If you have any questions related to Dana Parami and all the things that Bhante talked about so far, please raise your hand. We will allow you to unmute yourself or put in your question at the chat window. Bhante, they are asking if we can share this slide with them. Can we have a slide deck shared with them, Bhante?
Related to Dana. Ah, yes. How to share?
Bhante, you can send it to us, Bhante, via, and then we'll share it on the group, Bhante.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I will share. I will share the slide.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
So one thing is I already prepare many slides. So, but some of them are still to be added. They are mostly in Bali. But anyway, for your purpose, I will share the whole slide.
Okay, Bhante. Yes,
So
Bhante. Thank you very much.
Sort of
Yeah, so kind of you, Bhante. I see that somebody wants to ask a question. I'm gonna unmute them. Smita, you had a question here. Please go ahead and unmute yourself. Ask your question, please.
Vandami Bhante, my question is related with the Dana, with the pure Chitta. Is it, if I put a Dana directly in the account of, bhikkhus, I mean the direct in the account of the bhikkhus, is it a right way or not? Because I was told by someone, very senior meditator, no. So I'm a bit confused. So kindly just throw light on this. Thank you.
But I clarify that is it good to do dana for monks? Is it right?
No, monkey. No, Bhanteji. My question is not. I know that giving dana to Bhanteji is a good pure karma. There is no doubt about it. But directly putting into the bank accounts, or it should be through upasak or upasika. That is what my question.
Okay, okay. That is a good point. It is for the and nowadays in Myanmar also it is a very hot issue. It became a tradition for the Burmese people, most of the Burmese people, to offer cash, okay, cash directly to the monks, and also to nowadays with the advancement of the economic, they have a bank, okay, bank account also, they make it sometimes for the monasteries, okay. So even though bank account is made by the name of the monk, but if it is go and withdraw the money from there, okay, then the monk, he don't manage directly, okay, but people don't trust to people, okay. One problem is that people don't trust to people. That's why if the bank account is with the name of the monk or with the name of the monastery, they are more trust. They feel more trustworthy. That's why they send to that bank account. So in that case, so if we send, how to say, we can simply say send money to the bank account of the monk, okay, that is still fine until, or if the monk, he don't go and manage by himself. If he asks Upasaka, okay, go and manage, and then Upasaka maybe different, how to say, manage the money you offer, then there is no problem for the monks, no offense for the monks. Yeah. So one important point is, so from the donors side, it is they want to offer it, but from the monk side, they have to make it not to be sinful, not to violate the rules, okay, from their side. So in that case, they have to entrust the Upasaka or Upasika to manage that account and also that money as well. So in that case, there will be no problem for them. People also can make a dana, and also through the help of the Upasaka, trustworthy Upasaka, the Upasika, then the monastery will run smoothly, as well as the monk will be comfortable with the prerequisites. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Bhante, I see one more question in the chat box. Bhante, I can read it for you.
Yeah.
Namami Bhante, prior to giving dana, there is often an expectation that this dana will help me get a good future or good birth. Is this expectation of return okay while giving dana, or should dana be given just for the sake of helping others in need? Nullifying any expectations of return from this dana is quite difficult at times.
Yeah. So in making dana, so people, it is a customary or normal for the people to expect something, whatever they do, not only dana. So whatever they do, they have some expectation. So that is a nature for the people, for the people like us, ordinary people. So what is the right thing to do is rather having expectation, we need to have a believing, we need to have a belief in the result of a dana. Okay, that is called saddha. It is called saddha. Saddha is a faith or belief in your work. Okay. And then if we really believe in our work, then no problem whether we don't need to even be, we don't need to have any expectation even, because we really believe. So the Buddha also explained that if we are going to make a dana to be fruitful, then one of the important factors is to have a faith. Okay, to have a faith. Faith on what? Faith on the karma is a result. Okay, we Buddhist people have a faith on the dana karma. Okay, so suppose here property or wealth in dana, you have a two things to choose. Wealth is there, dana is there. If you only when you offer something for your wealth, then there is a dana. If you do that, by doing dana, you may come to know, oh, so I lost my money, some of the money. Then you have to consider this money is, this wealth is connected with the dangers. So someday fire break out, or what flood is there, the money will be thrown away. Okay, money will be destroyed. But if we do dana, this is dana jitana we have in our mind. This cannot be destroyed by anyone, by any means. Okay, so in this way, you understand that dana karma, okay, dana jitana in our that we accumulate, and also we believe in the dana. So, and also regarding the what, regarding the benefit of a dana, also we have to believe, we have to establish a faith on the what, the result of a dana. I mean, so in a one example is that, so if we die, we cannot take everything, we cannot take away with us. Okay, we have to leave everything behind, maybe million or trillion or whatever you have. It doesn't matter. You cannot bring away. You have to leave everything behind. But if you do dana, so that dana karma, okay, will produce is a result in the future existences, wherever you go, that follows. Okay, that will support you to be in a better life, in better conditions, better economic, and so on. It will carry up to the life in which you attain the nirvana. So in this way, if you understand, or with this understanding, you believe in the dana, in dana's result, then I think you will not worry whether you have to expect or not. Okay, so normal, this is nature for us. We expect whenever we do something, we expect something. But because sometimes expect what we expect to turn out to be, sometimes in the opposite manner it appears. So that's why just an expectation is not so helpful. That's why instead of expecting something to be better, I like to encourage you to believe, not a blind belief, but understanding. Okay, you are trying to understand that. That's why here we make a Dhamma talk series like this, because we trying to promote understanding about our everyday we do as a Buddhist. So with this understanding, okay, so we can make our belief stronger and stronger. Okay, so thank you so much for that question.
Sadhu, Bhante. Bhante, there are one more question on the chat, Bhante. What kind of rules regarding dana to monks was existing during the time of Bhagwan Buddha? Kindly explain.
rules Dana to rules regarding Dana to monks. Okay. So there are many rules regarding that. So actually, not for the lay people, not for the lay people, okay, but for the monks. So these are monastic training rules. So the monks and nuns, they should be followed. So for example, now one rule I remember is that so if we suppose we must need to bear 3 robes, okay, upper robe and also outer robe and then lower robe. We have 3 robes. If we have sometimes we lost maybe or 1 rope damage, okay, no longer usable. In that case, we have to, if we are invited by someone, so some lay people, they say, only when you, whenever you need something for requisites, please come to my house, okay, they invite you. If they don't invite, if the lay people, if they are not our relatives, also they don't invite us with the 4 requisites, we should not go and ask for. We are not allowed to go and ask for any requisites because they didn't invite us. So, but the one thing is, if we, even though the strangers don't invite, but our relatives, we have a mother, father, and so on, our relatives are there. So if we are in need of a requisites, we can go and ask requisites from our relatives. Even if we are invited with the requisites. So one thing we have to remember is we should know the limit. Man should know the limit. So maybe what they offer, maybe, okay, you may go in there and said, I am in need of a robe. Then they offer 3 pieces of the robe. What you need is only 1. In that case, you have to accept only 1, okay, not 3, because you have to know the limit. Such a rules are there, and also sometimes some people are very generous. They offer whenever the months come, they cook and offer. In this way, because they spend many days and many days in offering, that's why they fail to do many other duties to be done. So that's why when the Buddha came to know about that, so you should not go. If you know that these lay people are very generous, then in that case, you should not go again and again there. And also you should know the limit. Okay. There are many such rules for the monks and nuns. Okay. Do we abide by? So out of the compassion. So in the Dhammavada, the Buddha explained, the Buddha instruction is very beautiful. Yathabi Bhamaro Bhopan, Wana Ganda Mahesaya. Like a bee, okay? It flying from flower to flower, it trying to suck, okay, the essence, okay, without destroying the color, the smell of the flower. So also, Ewangame Munisari, the monk should practice like a bee. So because of our existence, we should not damage the word of the people, the head of the people. Okay, so that is very beautiful, inspiring instruction of the Buddha for the monks and nuns. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Bhante, there is one more question in the chat, but let me rephrase that. The question is something like this. if somebody earns an income in not with Samma Jiva way, but while making donations out of that income, he is following it and doing it in a very pure heart with full saddha. He is happy before at giving dana and after dana. What would be the result for such a dana, Bhante? The income wasn't earned with Samma Jiva, but at the time of donation, he is very happy. He's doing it with full saddha.
Yeah. So in that case, we have to differentiate. Any money is one thing, and the offering is another thing. So two actions are there. The way they earn the money is in a unlawful or illegal manner, or not in a proper way. But when he make it dana, he make it properly out of faith and also respectfully. Then that is another action. So each action will produce their own result, their respective result. Okay, so that way we have to understand. So then they are mentioned what Sajiva Dana, Nejiva Dana. So very obvious example is that some people they make a livelihood by hunting or by fishing. So and then after that they offer dana, offering food to the man every day. He knows that his life is not good. Even though he don't want to make a livelihood with that fishing and hunting, but it's the condition for life, for his life. That's why he want to be liberated from that sort of misery. Then he offer it respectfully, righteously. Then as a result, he may be born in a happy destiny or the good karma. So then if we run a business in that life also, if we run a good business, he cannot be successful. He become not successful with a good business, righteous business. Only when he make a fishery or whatever, fishery company or whatever he make, only then his business become successful. So that is why, because in his previous life, he earned the money, he make his livelihood through that sort of bad things, okay, and improper way. So so the point I like to tell you is, it will two karma will produce two different results. Okay. Thank you so much.
Sadhu, Bhante. Are there any other questions on the chat? I don't see any questions in the chat here, Bhante. I'm gonna go here with quick check on the online if there are any questions there. No, Bhante, I do not see any questions online as well.
What a release.
Bhante, today's session was awesome, Bhante. I don't have any. I just have those words, Bhante. It was just phenomenally awesome. Thank you very much for taking such an in-depth analysis of just one paramidana, and we are just seeing like how much of a different aspect and the different kind of threads are involved in just a simple act of making a donation, and how a bodhisattva goes to that depth to fulfill it to the level of calling it like a parami completion, right? So thank you very much, Bhante, for your Dhammadana today. We are truly grateful. If there are no questions, Bhante, we can take the sessions towards closing, Bhante. On behalf of all the participants, I request you to please do the Anumodana for the for the Dhammadana Bhante, and for all the merits that we earned by attending this Dhamma session Bhante.
Okay, so I will make a sharing merit. Okay. So today we are very auspicious. Because we have done Dhammadana, which is the best gift in the world, and also it is a blameless gift to the every sentient being. So in this Dhammadana session, everyone, each and everyone, in many different ways, they have to make it happen. So also I got a chance to share what I understand about the Dana Parami, and also you have a chance to listen, to discuss some of the Dhamma. These are Dhamma Sawana, Dhamma Desana, Dhamma Dana, Kusala Dhammas. We accumulated today wholeheartedly, happily. So by the power of this merit, may all of you be free from any kinds of calamity, any kinds of danger, and also may you be able to lead a successful and peaceful life. And then may all of you attain Nibbana as soon as possible. By the we share this kind of a merit, very priceless merit, with all sentient beings, including our mother, our father, our grandparents, our relatives, our guardian deities, and also every sentient being in every walk of the life. So may they be able to rejoice by saying sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Idano nyadina hodu sukhita hondu nyadayo. Idano nyadina hodu sukhita hondu nyadayo. Idano nyadina hodu sukhita hondu nyadayo. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu Bhante. Much merits to you, Bhante. And we
Okay.
are really grateful for your Dhammadesana today, Bhante. Do I have your permission to close today's session, Bhante?
Yes, yes, you can
We'll
close.
see you, yes, Bhante. We'll see you again next week, Bhante. Thank you very much, Bhante. Much gratitude to you, Bhante. Thank you. Thank you. Until we meet, we have one more special lecture that is going to be at tomorrow evening. Today evening Indian time at 8:30 p.m. And the special topic is Buddhist sites and monuments in Andhra Pradesh. Our lecturer is Dr. E. Siva Nagireddy from India. So if you happen to have time, please do attend that. We have shared the the Zoom link for it in the chat window. So until next week, it's Namo Buddhaya to all of you. We'll see you again. Namo Buddhaya.